you know, now is the time. We've got to help the world get dancing. And you'll also notice that through the process of becoming a facilitator, how much of it is actually personal development and learning about yourself and your own authenticity and your own creativity. It's really a fun thing to do. So for those of you guys that don't know, anyone that's new, I think we're right on time. Right on time. It's 2:22. 2:0022. I love numbers.
Alignment.
What? So, welcome to this call. Just so you know, Corinne, could you unmute your mic for a second? Because I want, when you talk, for it to be seen. So just really quick, welcome everyone, all of you that have joined us. My name is Misty Tripoli. I am the founder of the World Groove Movement. And just a brief intro so you know who I am and where this all came about is, some of you know a little bit about my story, but like I said, it's about 15 years ago. I was living in LA and I was at the peak of the misery of my life. I hated my body. I was bulimic. And I started beginning a practice first of some little bit of meditation, but then I started just dancing for myself. And once that started to happen, I started to connect really deeply to myself and to my authentic self. And it started to come to me, these truths that you'll learn in groove, which help give people permission to get their groove on. And the number one thing was that I realized I was living my life for everyone else and I cared what everyone thought about me. And once I started dancing this way, I realized I didn't care. And I looked around and I realized no one was looking at me and they didn't really care. But I was living my life to make sure I stayed within the norm, I guess. And this information that you're going to learn really set me free. And literally within 2 weeks, bulimia just left me. And this whole method of what you will learn in this training came through me as literally a gift. I believe it is a gift that I was given my dharma on what I was supposed to do in the world. And ever since then, I've luckily attracted the most amazing people into my life that have helped me grow this movement around the world. We're in 37 countries right now. We have around 500 facilitators right now. And growing, and it's just it's an awesome community. What blows me away is the support and love that the facilitators have grown to have for each other and the support they have for each other along their path. And it's just a beautiful community to be a part of. So I want to introduce to you a couple of people. First one here is Danny Nobrega, the one sitting next to me.
Hi.
She actually is in Mexico with me in quarantine.
Yes.
Even though she lives next door, she just kind of pops over so we can get some work done. And Danny Nobrega is the director of education. Danny Nobrega has helped develop the entire training system, the thing that you're going to be going through. She also manages all of the master trainers and help us develop all of our new education systems. And she's an expert with kids and teens, and is also working on developing the School of Love.
Yes, a different program, but yeah, over the years we just, can I jump in right now? Over the years we've developed on top of the basic training, which is what you guys are learning today, what it's about. But once you become a group facilitator, you'll also be given the opportunity to continue education with us online. All of our additional qualification courses are online. So like Misty said, we have a Groove for Kids course, which we just trained 35 new people last month in, and they're out grooving kids of all ages, including the family groove experience, which is an intergenerational groove dance experience. So you could take that afterwards. We also have a Young at Heart program, which is a specialization for the elderly folks. And it really is grooves modified in chairs. So how to still coach and so on for like the seniors population. As we know, there's tons of senior homes and there's tons of people in these senior homes that need this kind of movement.
And they love it.
They love it. So we collaborate with our two rock stars in New York City. You'll probably see their faces a lot. Roger and Yvonne Puckett, they're 80 years old. They're dancing every day. They're an inspiration to us all. So we've collaborated with them to offer this program. We also have Groove Fit, which is led by our rock star master trainer, Heather Winia. You'll probably see a lot of her. And she really specializes in taking groove for fitness purposes. So this is a more high intensity interval training, these kinds of things. And it's really modified for the gym environment. So if this is something you're interested in, we have that. We're also in the works of developing a groove for all abilities, because we have some really amazing facilitators that continue to work with all abilities people, and they have refined this experience. So that's your continuing education. for now, and we're going to keep developing more like therapeutic groups, all these other things that are going to come about. But so I am your go-to person if you have any questions about becoming a facilitator, the education process, your practicum process, which we'll talk about on this call as well. Our other partner in crime is Corinne Sasso. So she's on the call. She's on lockdown in Spain. Unfortunately, she's not with us, but she's here. And she runs pretty much the whole organization when it comes to the website, the membership, licensing, a lot of customer support, a lot of your playlists every month and so on. She really is a huge support to you, to all of us. And she's, you know, a big brain of this whole organization as well. So I don't know if Corinne, you want to jump on and say a few words to introduce yourself?
Does hers go big? Let's hope you go big.
Cool. So I'm Corinne. I'm the third part of the World Group movement. Yeah, I'm from Switzerland, but I'm in lockdown on the Canary Islands, which is a beautiful place to be for that. I started grooving 9 years ago, took the training, got involved, got more and more involved, took over a couple of tasks, and just couldn't stop. And yeah, as Danny and Misty said, I love the community that we have, the support, the connections all around the world. It's just amazing. And delivering classes, for me, in the beginning, I was scared shitless, but it gave me so much confidence and made basically, in that sentence or in that case, a different person out of me, with confidence and standing in front of people and talking and all that. So I'm looking forward to supporting you and helping you in anything else.
Yeah, and Corinne isn't just like literally the backbone and support of all of us. She's actually a rock star facilitator too. She's quite amazing, and she also helps us create content that you will be teaching. She's actually one of my best creators of content. So you'll get to experience a lot of her fun songs and stuff that she offers us. So let's get right into it. I'm gonna let Danny take it away and kind of just give you guys the overview of what the training is gonna look like, what to expect, and then we can start to open it up for some questions and stuff. So
yeah, and on that note, if you do have questions, I think the best way to go about it is to write in the chat, because once I'm done talking, we'll go through the chat and we'll answer. So anytime a question comes up, just go for it and type, and we'll visit them after the whole spiel. So this whole situation has really motivated us to now offer our training online for a couple reasons. One is because we launched our additional qualification courses online this year. That's totally new this year. We used to run them in person. Because we found so much great success using Zoom for the Group Kids training program, everybody really loved it. They loved the ability to just do it in their pajamas from their house and sign on, and then the activities that we gave after. We're actually seeing the turnaround, so people submitting practicums and actually going out and doing it, a lot higher online, believe it or not. And I think it's because doing it online, we can break down the content a little bit more and give you more time to digest it. And then also through our activities where you're gonna have partners that you connect with online and groove each other and practice facilitating, it has helped people really understand it in a deeper way. This is the feedback we're getting. So because we've gotten such great feedback from that, we decided why not put our whole facilitator training online. So in a traditional sense, our training is over a weekend course, right? It's a weekend training. So the way it's structured, as it is normal, it's 8 hours per day. We start off Friday night with a community class. It's a big party where we invite everybody who's in the training comes, but we also open it up to the wider community, and it's a free class. And it's basically there for you all trainees to experience the class live and experience a master trainer delivering the class. And then after the class, we would go through our introductions and go over the weekend process, like what to expect throughout the weekend. And then both Saturday and Sunday are 8 hour full days. Of course, we take a lunch break, but it's a lot of theory the first day and then a lot of practice the second day. So since we don't know when we're going to be able to teach again, because this is just the reality, we have no idea when we're going to be able to leave our houses and to really have these larger group connections, we're going to be moving probably most of our courses online. Perhaps maybe not even until the fall we'll be able to teach in person again these courses. But again, we don't know.
Right, but
We
we've
really
also
don't know.
found that we're starting to offer classes online, and they're going gangbusters. They just did one in Germany the other day that had 100 people on the call. So people are still holding their classes. We're having to get really creative at this time, and it's just been awesome how everyone instantly is getting on technology and still just moving along, offering their classes, keeping people grooving. So just know that you can still offer your classes online.
Yeah. So the way that the schedule for our course, our first online training, if you all wanted to write down these dates, registration is not open yet, but it will be open by the end of the week. It should be. We will send out a notification, an email to all of you. You're all on our email list, so you'll definitely get it. But it's going to be over the weekend of April 25th and 26th, and then again the 2nd to the 3rd. Because we don't want to have you all be on your computer for 8 hours a day. We've decided to break the course down into 2 consecutive weekends, okay? So the first day, like I said, what we're gonna learn is more just about the theory, and you're gonna understand how we use teaching as a way to unify participants, because to be a group facilitator, you're actually doing you're doing 2 jobs, kind of. You're teaching a movement, so you have to unify your participants, but then you also learn how to facilitate them, and you facilitate them by using what we call our tools of permission, which help people, like Misty talked about, help people lessen judgment around what they look like and really shift their focus internal and allow them to get creative. So this is a big part of being a group facilitator, because it's like this intuitive kind of practice, right? You're going off of what your participants are doing. And so we have to work with you in that, and how to get those, what kind of languaging we use to inspire and motivate our participants to let go, and what kind of languaging we use to get them to be creative. Because as you all know, grooving is very simple. We do at most 4 moves per song, right? So what our job is as facilitators is really encouraging our participants to break habits. This is big for us. So we want our people to break habits. We also want people to get connected to the style and essence of the music. This is something else you're going to be learning throughout the course, and why this is so important for groove. So when it comes to creating the whole experience, for those of you who haven't done it before, but I'm sure most of you have, right? Most of you have grooved before. Yeah, if you haven't, get on the Body Groove app and start grooving at home, for sure. Now is the perfect time. But your groove experience is totally diverse. So it starts off really soft and meditative typically, and then we go in and we play with different rhythms. We explore all different kinds of styles of music. We connect people to really simple moves and rhythm patterns that everyone can do. The most complicated rhythm we do in groove is a 1-2-1-2-3. So if you are thinking about joining the course, we highly encourage you to start grooving yourself. Like, start just grooving yourself now. Get on the Body Groove app and get that kind of movement, or go on YouTube, find some of Misty's videos, some Body Groove videos, and just start getting used to the kind of movement and rhythm patterns that we do. So the experience is totally diverse. We have strength, we have cardio, we also, no, you can't be, but you can't even be on it because they'll have an echo. Yeah. Oh no, we'll go through them after. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, so the whole experience, like I said, is very diverse. You can create your class as a facilitator once you're done the training. You can create your class to be more fitnessy if you like. You can make it be more meditative and more kind of easy therapeutic movement. You can make it more dancer-like. You can really create it within however you want to deliver it within our framework. So throughout these 2 weekends, you're going to learn what is the groove framework? What are all the elements that we use to create this super delicious, diverse dance experience? And then you'll be given all the tools you need as support online from us afterwards. So, did you want to add anything, or is this good?
No, you're great.
Okay, so you have these 2 weekends where you're gonna learn throughout the time. Like I mentioned, you're gonna be assigned a few different partners, a few different buddies, probably like up to 4 buddies. We're gonna have breakout sessions on Zoom where you're gonna go and facilitate with your buddy. So you'll come and you'll learn. You'll also be given a manual. We're gonna email you a manual like we would have printed for you regularly in the course, but you'll be sent it via email, so it's up to you to print it. If not, if you don't want to, you don't have to. You'll also have access to a slide deck, which goes over the main points that you learn. And then, so you come to a class just like you would any other class online, and then you'll have breakout sessions with your partner or with your buddies where you get to put it into practice. So prepare yourself to have a room set up where you can do what you're doing now, just basically look at your computer, write notes, take notes, but also enough space so that you can move and you can practice facilitating with your friend. And then you're also gonna give each other feedback. So we're in addition to these kinds of breakout sessions where you're gonna be able to practice facilitating online with your buddy, we also have a series of videos for you to watch that are basically the main concepts in the training that just give you more information. For instance, Misty has a collection, a library of style videos, which you will have to watch. You will have to watch all of them in the course because it's part of our course content now. But she has a video for each different style, and these are very important because it goes over your body, how do you demonstrate certain styles? Because of course, an urban style is quite different from a waltz, right? We do all of it in groove. And now you don't have to be good at all of it. You don't. Everyone starts in their own way. Literally, you don't have to do everything, but we want you to continue learning all the different styles to stay motivated and to continue growing.
And it's fun.
And it's fun. It's fun to switch it up. So throughout the 2 weekends, the 2-week period of time, you'll have some of these videos that you'll have to review and some exercises, some journaling activities to do, some reflections. We have it all mapped out with that, which is kind of it's a combination of learning these skills, but also some personal development, because as a group facilitator, we do this kind of personal development too, because it just strengthens our intuitive teaching abilities. This is what we find, and it makes us better facilitators. So we're going to be grooving ourselves, grooving our lives, taking these groove principles and applying it to our lives and sharing it with our fellow dance-loving friends. Another thing for you to know, after the 2 weekends, so after the last day of the class, you're going to get access to our online resources. So in our online resources, this is where you're going to find all of the music library. We have over 1,000 groups. Like, it's an incredible amount of groups, but you don't have access to all of those groups while you're going through your practicum. We give you access to around 100 groups at the beginning, okay? Now, why we only give 100 groups is because it's too overwhelming, too much content online, and we've chosen the easiest, best grooves for first-time groovers. This is the provider content library. So when I say provider, I'm referring to you guys or those that are taking the training that haven't yet become certified facilitators. You're working toward becoming certified. So that level is called provider. You provide the experience, and then once you become certified, you become an official facilitator. So you'll sign on the resources, you'll have access to all these videos, you'll have access to a tutorial video, or a couple, maybe in some cases, couple tutorial videos per song that you can watch us facilitate, whoever the master trainer is, or Misty, somebody facilitate the song. Coaching notes, so it's literally everything that we say just written out. style words, all of these things, and links to the songs on Spotify or iTunes. So 2 weeks after the last class that we have, so on May, it would be May 3rd. It'd be Sunday, May 3rd. 2 weeks after that, we're gonna have a follow-up call with the whole training group where you all are gonna group us, okay? And then we're gonna give you some feedback. We're gonna email you a little feedback form based on your facilitation to help you become even stronger for your practicum. Alrighty? So now your practicum, people are like, what is a practicum? A practicum is basically 6 practice classes that you all do to become certified. What you have to do is film one of them, although we highly recommend that you film a few of them so you get used to it, because so often we get videos submitted where we can't hear you talk, we can't see the participants, or the music's too loud or whatever. So make sure that when you're filming your practice classes that you can hear yourself facilitate and you can see the group and you can hear the music. So I know not all of us are good with technology. This took me a while to get, and so much frustration, but it takes time, but you'll figure it out, you'll get it, and we can also help you along the way, okay? Now, when you're ready to submit your practicum, you would go onto the resources. So you would log into our website, you would press the button, submit practicum, you click on it, and then you'll upload your video, and then there's a series of questions around, I think it's 10 questions that we ask you that you just fill out, and it's basically you giving us feedback of your facilitation, so that when we review your video, we see where you're at with how you feel like you've done, and also any other questions that you may have based on integrating the content of being a facilitator. Now, once you become a certified facilitator, so all good, you're good to go, you get your certificate. Now you are part of our global tribe, right, of group facilitators that go out and share this experience. You get access to all of that other content online, so it's 1,000+ groups. You will not get bored with all of the groups. There's literally tons of groups for the rest of your life. Okay, and then you'll have the option to create playlists on the resources. You can heart stuff, you can heart the song so you can save it, you can drag and drop them, create your own playlist. You'll also have access to marketing materials, so brochures, flyers. Once you're a facilitator, you can order business cards with us if you want. And we have a group on Facebook. Well, there's 2 groups. There's a provider group, which we will invite you to right away. As soon as you sign up for a course, you're invited to it. Well, not as soon as the course happens, you're invited to it. So you'll be invited to at the end of April if you decide to take this online training with us. And this is where maybe not everybody, but the majority of the people that have taken the training are in that group. And it's amazing, the interactions and the dialogues that happen, the conversations. People are so supportive. You have people answering questions from Iceland, from Nebraska, from New Zealand, from Kuwait, literally all over the world. You guys, it's a tribe. Seriously, we're a sister tribe. I would like to say we're a brother-sister tribe, but we have like maybe 3 gay boyfriends in our tribe. We are all women.
Pretty much.
We are all women. So, and it's amazing because when you start sharing the dance floor together, you really become like really good friends. Like we're good friends. Our team is our best friends are our team, like for reals. We talk to them every day. And between facilitators, they all become really good friends. So literally, I feel like I have homes all over the world. Like I said, we have homes all over the world because it's a family. It really does feel like a really beautiful family because we're all really passionate about, like Misty said in her introduction, the why of Groove, which is to help people heal through movement. This is really why. And as a facilitator, what we're doing is we're really trying to get people connected to the essence of the music and get them out of their minds, out of fear, out of judgment, and into their body and feeling it. And what happens when we all share that same value is that you really get to establish you get to be vulnerable with each other. You get to show up and be yourself, and you see each other differently, and it really brings this beautiful support. So,
and authentic, beautiful connections. And
yeah,
it's like nothing you've ever experienced before. In fact, Danny was talking about our team, and it looks like on this call, most of our master trainers have joined us.
fabulous.
So I know
That's surprising. I'm joking, everybody.
This is awesome. So it'd be really nice if our master trainers could unmute and just like quick say hi.
Well, I'll call you so that we don't get feedback. So let's start first with Holly.
Holly, just click and say hi, and where you're from.
Hi, everybody. I'm in Nebraska, so hope you all can join.
And wait, Holly, tell them like how long you've been grooving for, and just a little bit about your story.
I think it was in 06 or 07. I met Misty at a fitness conference in Washington, D.C. at the time, and I was pretty new in the area. And I'm just a firm believer that groove finds us. So when I signed up for this conference, I was looking for like BOSU and Ballast and just these different, just kind of the normal fitness stuff. And they were all full. But there were all these dance classes by Tripoli. I didn't know who she was yet. And I ended up in all of them. And as I read the descriptions, I was like, oh, that's right up my alley. So I'm either going to have a lot of fun at this conference or who knows what. It was a blast. And that's how Misty and I connected. And then I started bringing her to the campus where I was working on a regular basis. And there you have it. Anything else?
That's awesome. No, thank you, Holly.
Sure.
Let's go to Heather. I think I saw Heather.
And Heather, like you guys, has created our Groove Hit and Fit programs.
Okay, I think I'm there. Can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, everybody. I can't hear somebody. I don't know, but
We can
so
hear you,
I'm
Heather.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Yeah, I'm from Michigan, and I have been grooving for 10 years also. I met Misty at a fitness conference in Miami. I've been teaching fitness of all kinds, from step and slide aerobics from Jane Fonda way back in the day to yoga and Pilates and everything still now. And I met Misty, and when I got to take her class, I found myself within movement and dance. And even though I've moved for all my life, I never got to do it in a way that wasn't supposed to be a certain way. Wasn't supposed to be a show or to match everybody else or to be together in choreography, or it just got to be with myself and be in my body, and then growing into being with others and being authentic with others. It's just been an amazing journey, and it's an amazing group of people from all around the world. I just did a Zoom yesterday, 50 people around the world, so we're all still trying to get together and dance, and it's the most fun time we can have right now. And yeah, I developed the Groove Fit program, so we add that just a little more fitness edge that all ages can do and all fitness levels can do as well. So that's my passion, and I'm super excited to be here with all of you. I hope to get to meet all of you.
Thanks, babe. How about Miranda?
Hi there. Can you hear me all right? Everyone's like, and Misty and Danny are like, hey. I'm Australian, but I'm living in Hawaii right now. Yay for me. And I've been grooving for like 8 years now, I think. Met Misty at a fitness conference, stalked her quietly until I became a master trainer, and then kind of launched Groove in Australia. I helped to launch it in Australia, and then I went to too many Misty retreats where I learned to live my dreams, and then I ditched Australia and moved to Hawaii, and and then I had to start all over again, building a new community. So here I am. I'm just kind of working on doing that now, and yeah, that's all. I'm thinking of doing daily Groove online this week, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. Hawaii time. It'll be on the World Groove Movement page if you want to join. And should I tag someone?
Toil's next.
Toil. Okay.
All right, can you hear me?
Toil, really quick. You guys, I'm having them talk to you because these are the people that are going to be mentoring you and helping you through your process. And these are the most amazing women you're ever going to meet. And I just want you to know that they're the ones that are helping you through this process. So take it away, Toil.
All right, can you hear me? I'm sorry if it's a little noisy. I'm out on my little evening stroll. I'm standing under a light. I don't know if you can, there I am. All right, so I'm from Denmark. I met Misty in 2008, like so long ago. I met Misty at a fitness conference and my mind was blown. I had been struggling with the fear of being too much for so many years, like just, yeah, afraid to take up too much room. And then I came into this group session and I basically got permission to be all of it, be over the top sexy, be just so fucking much. So I lost it and yeah, I guess that's just it. I loved it and I I couldn't go back. And so one of the things that was really interesting in my journey of becoming a facilitator is that I took the course so freaking many times. Probably, I don't remember if it was 6 or 8 times, but my perfectionism was just off the hook. I just had to be so freaking good at everything I did. So that was my path in this to begin with. So if any of you are feeling the fear of being too much, no, not too much, like not being good enough, perfectionism, all this, I'm the go-to person. Yeah, I guess that's it. Love it, love the tribe, and I will be so happy to work with any of you guys who take the course. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Toil. Okay, we have Lori Lynn up. Lori Lynn from Montreal.
Hi guys, can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. So like the other lovely ladies just said, it's a very similar story where I met Misty at a fitness conference, like about 10 years ago. It was 2010, February 2010, and I just haven't really stopped grooving since. I kind of started to change my life in that very moment, much like Toil giving me permission to just kind of dance and be free and all that stuff. And as I continued my little obsession with Misty, where I followed her around and went to all her workshops, it just kind of unraveled into other areas of my life too, and just really healed me on so many levels. Just meeting Misty and meeting all of the people, like my bestie Danny, all these years, it's just been a really great experience. I don't know, and like it's evolved so much for me, where it's gone from just something that was a hobby, like a side job, and like 10 years later I work full time for Groove. I've made so many amazing friends, even locally in my community. I've made new friends, and across the world. So I'm super happy to be part of this awesome movement. So thank you, Misty. Thank you, Danny.
Awesome. Thank you, babe. So I don't see any other. Oh no, Annabelle. Annabelle's on the call. Annabelle.
Germany.
From Germany, represent.
There you go. Yeah, Germany. Hi, I'm Annabelle. I'm from Berlin, Germany. Can you hear me okay? Yeah? All right, good. Well, similar story, I guess. I met Misty at a fitness conference as well. I think 2011 or something. And back then I haven't been teaching anything else. And I do think actually Misty trusted myself earlier than I trusted myself. Because when she saw me, she just lately said fish in the water when being on the dance floor. And for me, like, dance was always part of my life, like doing ballroom dancing. And I joined all of the fitness classes, all of the choreography classes. And I really loved it all of the time. But with Groove, I found that giving yourself permission to be what you really are, plus finding awesome people on the dance floor and having this awesome community all over the world, this is what stands out for me and which makes it so different to all the other programs. And yeah, like the girl said before, to have all those amazing people around the world is just a bliss. And a little bit like Toriel, I also took many trainings, because for me, it's like you learn so much every time you join these trainings, because we are all in a constant process of developing ourselves, our personality, but also being a teacher and being a facilitator for others. It's a constant process, and once we're in, it's, yeah, you're probably gonna get hooked and stay with us. Yeah.
Kind of what happens, ladies. Welcome to the tribe.
Welcome to the tribe. It is. Once you start grooving, it's amazing how it gives you permission in so many other areas of your life to be authentic. And that's what I mean. Like, you can't really go through this process without some form of your own development as a person. And especially as you share this with other people, what that does to you, even to watch what happens to your participants light up and connect authentically to themselves and get in touch with themselves and feel good in their body, and being able to be someone that provides that for them is a very rewarding and blissful thing. And I think that's what keeps us all in, not just that we get to dance, but that sharing it is so rewarding. And it is really simple. And that's why with this training, and especially online, I just want you guys to know that it's a really simple process. And don't be intimidated by it. And, you know, like Toil and these guys that have taken the training multiple times, you know, wanting to be perfect and all of this, is that we love it when we suck. We in the groove, this is what I love about what we do, is that we just allow ourselves to suck. Because anytime you start any new thing, you're not going to be perfect at it to start. And we're so aware of this. And what we love to do as a team is provide that opportunity to let yourself fall down and get back up and learn. And we're such a supportive team that, and people, and that's what I meant, like even in our provider group on Facebook, people, the support that you get and the lessons that you learn along the way, and other people that can relate to what you're going through and share with you and support you through your process. But it's a super fun process, and it's really super simple. And like I said, there's lots of resources and tools available for you. And what I'm going to suggest that you do, just also selfishly, because I want to dance with you guys, two things is that I'm going to be doing, and also always stay live on the World Groove Movement Facebook page, because we're posting all of these master trainers that you just talked to. When they do a class online, they'll post it on the World Groove Movement, so you can start joining online classes, which will help you immensely in learning how to facilitate, because you'll start to hear what they're saying, kind of how it works. And then when you come into the training, you'll go, oh, I get it. That's why that, okay, I got it. And you've already had some experiences with it live. I will be doing one next Friday night on Facebook, well, Friday afternoon here in the US, but if you're in Europe, it'll be in the evening. And it'll be posted, you'll see it. It's just gonna be a really fun 30-minute class. So join me there and you'll get a little more taste of what groove feels like from beginning to end. It won't be a whole hour. And then the following Friday, I'm going to be offering a full hour. It's a 2-hour workshop. It's a 2-hour groove and social. So we'll get online, we get to know each other, we're going to dance together, we're going to have a theme, you're going to bring your wine, even if it's in the afternoon, we don't give a shit.
Wine or whatever.
Whatever.
Wine or whatever.
Or a juice, doesn't really matter. But we look at, like, we get to have a glass of wine in the afternoon. So that's what we're doing. I think for this first one, I'm going to do a really yummy, keep yourself sexual and sensual during this time. A huge part of when we go into fear is that we start to shut down these parts of our body. And I really want to help us to stay connected to our yumminess and our sensuality and our femininity and our tenderness and our compassion, because that's really what we need right now. So that'll be the focus for April 3rd when I do that. That'll be a Zoom, and that's available for registration on the World Groove Movement if you're interested in joining us. So anyways, why don't we start taking questions?
Yeah, well, let's introduce quick our extended team.
Oh, that'd be great.
So we also have more team members on this call. We have an extended team. We have presenters, people that present for us in conferences and so on, and also ambassadors that really support the local community. Since Denmark is it is our largest community now. In Groove, we have, I think all of those ambassadors are here. So we have Pernille, we have Charlotta. Is Liu on the call? And I know Patty is on the call too. So if y'all want to just open your mics just to say hi, You'll get to know these ladies, I'm sure.
Hi there. Hi, ladies.
Ladies are rock stars, and you'll see more of them. And then we also have Yulia and Garnet. Oh, Lou, there you are. Say hi. Hello. And we also have Yulia and Garnet from Costa Rica, and they, you'll see Yulia is featured on Body Group. She does a really delicious, meditative kind of mindful movement. She's just a super delicious teacher. Same with Garnet, and they're coming more and more on for groups. So they live in Costa Rica right now. So if you guys want to say hi.
Am I on? I have no idea. Am
You're
I on?
Yep.
Okay. Hi. Garnet just left.
Well, tell me when you left.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. I mean, listening to this again, and of course, come join me for all my joyful movement, and of course, to any groups I will be teaching. I mean, right now we don't teach anything, right? Because we are all locked up, but online maybe. So good to see you all. Hasta luego. It's so hot here. I just wanted to rain.
But you can do Yulia's joyful movement on Body Group app. If you're on the Body Group app, she has a series on there too. So we highly recommend it because it's really delicious.
Yeah.
It goes really well through.
And so before we go into the questions, something that you guys really do need to know is that once you have completed your practicum and you are approved and you've now got you're now a certified facilitator, you will need to obtain a license because Groove is a licensed program. Now, part of your license, which is super awesome, and you guys are lucky to be coming on at this time, is that we have just added just this month a free membership to the Body Groove app, which is an additional $10 a month, but it's not now because it comes free now with your license as a facilitator of the World Group Movement. You get video tutorials, coaching notes, you get online support, you get the marketing materials, but just so that you are aware that this is a licensed program. So after the training and you've been completed, you have up to a year to complete your practicum. Okay, so once the training's over, but we recommend actually, and we have got the people there to help support you to actually do it within the first couple of months, because the longer you wait, you start to lose the skills and you lose the information. So we really recommend that you get hustling on it. This is what I mean, like even creating little classes. If you've got people at home with you, practice on the people at home, practice with your friends online, to get your skills going so that you can offer it. And we may end up having to do video Zoom practicums. We don't know yet.
We don't know.
But we'll figure this out. But just so you guys are aware of that as part of the process of becoming a licensed group facilitator.
But the licensing fees don't kick in until 3 months after your course. Because
3 months.
Included in your course fees are 3 months of resources, and because typically it takes people, if they start right away, 3 months to do their 6 practice classes.
Yeah.
So you would establish that afterwards. So let's go to the questions.
Let's do it.
So why can't I hear the session? Please help. Bernadette, I hope that you heard us. I hope you heard us.
Yep.
If you didn't, we can send you this Zoom link afterwards. We'll send it out in an email probably to everyone.
Hello from Egypt.
Hi from Egypt. That would be awesome. We don't have any facilitators there. We can't hear you, Misty. If you go down the mic, okay, so looks like Corinne has helped. Can we get Danny and Corinne emails, everyone? Yeah, support at the World Group Movement. If you email Corinne that, mine is just Danny, DANI @getgroove.com. If you want to write down that.
And she can type it. Corinne will type it into
actually, I can type it right here. Danny @getgroove.com. There
and
you
Corinne,
go.
you can put yours in if you haven't already.
Perfect. Yes. Gracias. Will you be canceling training in New York in May? It's probable. I highly doubt, but if you're already enrolled in May for New York, you'll get automatically rolled into this online course. It's your choice. You can either wait until we can reschedule, because we're not going to cancel the course. We're just going to reschedule it until we know when. We already have the space booked. Everything's ready to go in New York City, but it's unlikely that we will be able to run it in May. So I highly recommend that you choose this online option. I'm so happy about this. Perfect. We're happy too. I had no idea not have to travel. If we're registered for May, yes, totally. So I answered that question.
So while she's doing that, also you guys, something that's really cool that we are also being very mindful of, and any of you that are on this call that were registered for a live training and you're choosing to go to the option of the online training, you are going to receive a discount, because what we want to do is during this time, we know people aren't out and funds aren't as high as normal, and we want to accommodate that during this time. So only during this time, we're actually lowering the cost of the training for you guys that are interested. It's normally $550, but if you come on early and get the early bird, I think it's a week before the actual training, you'll get it for $400. So that's $150 off. We're taking it off so that you guys, it's just a little bit more affordable for everybody, and we can accommodate kind of what's happening in the world right now. So we just want people to know it's super exciting. If you're choosing to switch to the online training, you will also get that discount as well.
$400.
So join us online.
Get it while it's hot, ladies. Now, a question about Berlin. Berlin training. This one is going to be rescheduled. However, if you want to do it online, we want you to do it online. Annabelle is going to be your teacher because she's going to teach it in German. So it won't be the same weekend as the last weekend of April, first weekend of May. They're going to be different dates. But I'm going to coordinate with Annabelle after this call, and with those of you who are scheduled for Berlin, just hang tight until we figure it out, but you will get your training with Annabelle because it's really important that you learn how to deliver groove in German. Okay? Perfect. Does the class go over how to find spaces to facilitate in group class and how to earn money from it? Yes, and we also, these are also amazing questions to pose in our public Facebook groups, because we only know so much information, but there's 500 plus people out there that have been trying and testing different ways to go about it, and that have amazing ideas, better ideas than us, and that have gotten really creative with it. So you're gonna learn from each other. In my experience, the music over Zoom sounds terrible and cuts out. Any tips on making Zoom better?
Yes. I'm so excited about this. Corinne and I this morning went through massive testing. We probably spent 2 to 3 hours online working on this, and we will be hosting in the provider group and also with photos and pictures of how to do it. But we have found a way where you can actually play your music from Spotify so that you actually get a clear music signal and your voice at the same time. So it's not putting a speaker near your computer, which does sound like crap. They actually get to hear it play from Spotify. So it's a very clear sound. So just be mindful that next week on the provider page, we will be going on there and doing a little workshop to help all of you that are working on doing classes, how to make the sound actually really good. Okay, we figured it out.
Does completing the training get someone certified as group facilitator? What is the difference between a group facilitator and a master trainer? Okay, good question. So master trainers are literally people hand selected by Misty. Pretty much, that's as the team right now. And we've been grouping with her for like a decade. And the reason why we're master trainers is because we've done like 100,000 hours plus. I'm joking.
No.
I don't know how many hours plus, but it all depends, right? Right now, our master trainer team is solid. We're not adding new master trainers right now, especially with all the changes we're making. But we do believe that we are going to be on Ellen in the near future, and we'll be needing some more master trainers. So we'll let you know as we grow. Facilitator teaches regular classes, and master trainer teaches, okay,
Wait,
thank you,
Does
Miranda.
completing the training get someone certified as a group facilitator? No.
But we went over that, yeah.
You have to complete your practicum and get approved. So not just attending. It's not like you go to Zumba and you take the weekend course and you get a certificate. We actually have a very high quality control because we have a very high standard in Groove, and we want people out there delivering a consistent, amazing program across the board. So whether they're attending your class or they're attending my class or they're attending Danny's or whomever, that we're getting a consistent product. And it's super important that we know that you have the skills to do it. But this is what all the training and the coaching and all the master trainers are there for. They're going to help you through the process so that you do have those skills.
And it does, on that note, people have asked what is the percentage of people passing? And for us, I need you all to know that it's not a pass or fail for us. Yes, people pass their first time, totally common. However, you don't fail. What we tell you is you need to refine this, and then you submit 3 songs to us again. We mentor you. So it's a process. If you have to redo your video, resubmit something to become fully certified, that's quite normal. So I want you to know that that's normal to do, and it doesn't mean you fail. It just means that you just have to work on some of these other refined skills. And we don't expect you all to be perfect. We absolutely don't. What we want to see is that you know the content, because like Misty said, we all teach the same content. We don't come up with our own grooves. Everything we do is standard groove content. We have a full library, and we want people to be using the facilitator tools, so to be engaging with their people and helping them, giving the tools of permission to let go and be creative, and also create that unity through teaching. So we're looking for your teaching skills and your ability to motivate people to dance their own dance while doing our content.
Yeah, and like she said, in the training, we go through a huge part of what came to me, which was these tools of permission and the things and how we say what we need to say that actually sets people free and gives them permission to really dance their own way. And it might sound really simple, but it's actually really powerful. And it's and you need to learn why and what we say and why we say it, because what it does to the mind when you ask a question as opposed to giving a command, as opposed to, you know, different things and
Suggesting.
ways, what does suggesting do to someone's mind? So even though groove is very simple, you have to understand that for me, what I've done behind it and what it does to the brain and to the body is so powerful. But you need to learn these really simple tools and tricks and secrets that we use to make groove magical.
It's really intelligent, actually.
It's super intelligent.
But our founder is not intelligent at all, so we don't know how.
We don't know how that happened, because just pulling stuff out of my butt. I don't know.
How do we do practicum videos if we are still social distancing? If we cannot do it in, okay, so that question first. So we are going to give an extension to all of you while we're in this social distancing phase. You will have more than your year, okay? So whatever time it is that we have to be in social distancing, we're going to honor that, okay? So you don't have to worry about like, I lost half a year. We'll give you that extension. So don't worry.
Yeah.
If we cannot do it in April financially, will this happen again? Yes. We're going to always, we don't know how many yet. We want to see how the first one goes. We probably want to have no more than 40 people in the training, but we don't know yet. We're still working out what that number will be. Like I said, by the end of this week, registration will be open, and it'll be very clear on our website, the cap of the number of people we can take in the first course. But it is our intention to continue offering online courses as well. We just don't know how often that will be. But if you are if you are wanting a course in your native language, like German, for instance, you would sign up for an online training with Annabelle in German. I saw that the music seems to be especially composed for body group. Does this mean that licenses are covered? Do you know whether in Germany has to pay for using body groove music?
Okay, really good question. So there's two kinds of music. Number one is there is body groove music. And once you guys, if you're already on the app, I'll bet a lot of you guys are probably already using the app already. So like I said, once you become a licensed facilitator, your account will switch over to a free account, so you won't have to pay both things. That's first thing. But the music from Body Groove is that we have open access to that music because it was custom made for me. I paid to have it made. So we own the licensing to that music. So you're free to use that freely wherever, however, doesn't matter. However, when you do groove facilitation, we use a mixture of body groove content and popular music from all genres, like literally blues, hip hop, funk, like just trance, techno, lyrical, ballet, like we use everything, but we don't own the license to that. So the music that you teach in your classes, again, is a mixture of those, but you as yourself in each country has different laws when you teach a class. Some people pay like BMI or ASCAP, maybe, $50 a month, whatever, but each country, each place, you're responsible for contacting the company that manages that or oversees that in your country for holding classes. But most people use Spotify. A lot of people, I know Australia has the highest rates for music use than any other country in the world. But it all just depends. So
for instance, in Canada, I never pay for that.
Right.
Ever. And I've been teaching for 10 years and I won't pay.
Yeah, and we typically, because we have such small classes, we're getting together with groups of 10 to 20, 25 people, and we're just playing it off Spotify or whatever, and it's really not an issue. It's when you actually get into larger groups of people that you have to worry about the licensing rights.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is also really important that you can record your classes online, but you can't, I mean, you can view them or you can share them, but you can't resell them. You can't like record your classes and then give them to your friends and stuff like that.
Or try to sell them. No.
Yes, that is way outside of all music licensing rights. Just allowing yourself to just do a live class, like you'll see what I'll be doing on Friday. But I won't be repurposing that or trying to resell it. It's just a live class. So hopefully that covers some of the music licensing. But if you're holding a small class and you're like, we encourage people to hold classes in their living rooms. Like that's how it starts. It starts with you and your family and testing out your skills and that's what we actually suggest in your first couple of classes is get your family, people that are like, if you're stuck at home, if there's people there with you, have them do it with you or call them online and get a Zoom call going. You can get 40 minutes, I think, free with a free Zoom account and get them online with you and practice with your friends online. You can see a picture of them. You can watch if they're getting it and you can observe and you can coach them. So we're going to get real creative during this time to keep you guys practicing and keep your skills up. What's the next question?
How do we teach group classes if not taught in our area yet? So there's a lot of people starting groove in new communities. I started in a new community in Hamilton, little town, and you know what? It's the best is literally like using social media. You can put flyers around your town, and we offer flyers, like template flyers that you guys can use and modify and so on. I find that flyers don't really work that well. I find most of it is through social media. And, you know, at first it just starts with, like Misty said, in getting your friends together, and then they have a great experience and they get their friends, and you'll see it's just going to grow organically. But it does take consistency. It takes like the same time, same week. You know, everybody likes to have their schedule. I do yoga on Monday. I do groove on Wednesday. So we recommend being consistent with it. Because if you start switching up your days and your locations and so on, it confuses your community. So the more consistent you can be, the better. Also creating a little group, a group for yourself. I have a page, Groove with Danny. People can see my class schedule there when I have them. And also we have groups per region. So for instance, Ontario groups, that's a page, right?
In Canada.
In Canada, we have Michigan groups, that's another page. We have California groups or Group LA or something like that. We have literally pages all over the world on Facebook, and you'll be invited to these pages once you become a facilitator so that you can post and share because people in that community like it. So we encourage you to utilize these other pages. And so once you become certified and get your certificate, we send you a link to the page that's of your community, if there is one. And if there isn't a page, that means that you are the very first group facilitator, and we'll create a page for you. Alrighty.
And while she's going through that, if there's any of you that we don't have your email address, because we can send you all this information via email afterwards, and also when the registration's open and all of this, but we need to make sure we have all of your email addresses. So either type it in this, or you can send it to that email, support@the-World-Groove-Movement, or no, at Get Grooved.
I think it's better if now Corinne, you can correct us, but probably better if you go on our website, getgrooved.com, and say sign up for newsletter, because then you're automatically in the system. What if I'm not able to participate one of the weekends? So if you miss a whole weekend, I don't know. I don't believe that will work, but let us think about it and get back to you, because we have to talk with the team.
We might be able to record them.
They will be recorded anyway. So all of these classes online will be recorded, and you'll have access to them afterwards. So let us think about that to see if that can work for you. Yes, we'll cover all of that. Who to approach for spaces. Okay, good. Corinne answers. Do we follow the resource dance for the practicum? Yes, we all do the same content. So for instance, if the move is a slide and tap and a wiggle, if those are the moves of the song, we all do those moves. Because like Misty said, we want the quality there. We want anyone, once you become a facilitator, you can post your classes on our website. We have a class finder link, and people, because Body Groove has millions of people literally doing Body Groove in their living room, sometimes they look for live classes. So they'll go on our website, getgrooved.com, and look for, we have a section on the website called Class Finder. once you're a certified facilitator, you can put your classes up on the class finder, and we highly recommend you do that because people come in all the time looking for classes. So that's a way for you to advertise as well. Okay, is this the only one happening in April? Right now it is. We do have plans. It's our intention to run more online courses, but we just don't know when that will be next. Okay, Corinne already answered. Can you get Zoom on Amazon Fire Stick?
That's a good question. Who knows?
I don't know.
Huh.
I
I
don't
don't even
know.
know what Amazon Fire Stick is.
I don't
Sorry.
know what that is, but we'll look into that. I'm interested. I've grooved with Adrian in Alberta. Cool. Currently on our way to Island Cabin, so apologize. Okay, no problem. Hi, my name is Melissa from Florida. Hello. Hi, just want to watch and body groove. Hi, Debbie. Sorry, I'm just going through these questions, guys. So for those that are holding classes on Zoom, has anyone heard complaints about the sound of music? Yes, we have heard complaints, which is why we're rectifying or trying to rectify this situation. So more information, like Misty said, coming next week.
Yeah,
or
we've
in a couple
kind
days.
of mapped it out. We figured out what you have to do, and then we'll teach people the steps you have to take to get the music to sound really good. So you're not playing music from an external speaker. You actually play it through your computer. So we'll teach you guys how to do that this next week on the provider group.
Groove Retreat last March in Costa Rica literally changed my life. I cannot thank Miranda, Corinne, Missy, and Yulia enough. Thank you, Kelly.
And hopefully we'll get back to our retreats as soon as possible.
I'm the only one from Africa.
Yes, Africa.
Perfect. Can you provide this recording? Yes, we'll send it to you. So our plan is to send a newsletter out this week once we know when registration is going to open, and it's also going to have a link to this Zoom call and with all the other information to register. So stay posted.
Well, now the issue is we've gone about an hour and it looks like there's 62 new messages. So we won't be able to get through all of those, but what we will do is,
I responded many of them.
You've responded to many of them?
oh, good. Okay. Go, Corinne. That's why we love Corinne.
Okay, so Corinne's responding to your questions right now. Perfect. So, yeah, because there's a lot of questions. Okay.
And also the main questions that that are in here that we see repeated, we'll make sure that we add those to the follow-up. Some the answers to some of these questions, make sure that the things are really clear. But we don't want to keep you guys for the rest of the day. We said it would be an hour. We really want to honor your time. But I just personally want to thank you guys for taking the time to be on this call and to listen to us chat about this and your interest in Groove. Just, I'm so happy that you're interested in it. And I really hope that you can join us in the training and really get to experience how amazing this program is, not just for yourself, but for your friends and your family and people you love and even people you don't know.
I do want to mention this though. How do we know if you have our email? I just want to make sure. Okay, Corinne answered. Go to theworldgroupmovement.com and enter. You can put your name in our email system. So if you all do that today, you will for sure get this information. Plus, we're going to go through these questions to make sure that we've answered all of them, and we'll include the ones that really stand out in our email. But of course, guys, we're here for you. If you have a question, just write me or write Corinne. You have our emails, and we'll answer. Also, training@getgroove.com. That's an email address you can also use to ask questions pertaining to the training system.
And again, that is training@getgroove.com. You can send your training questions to that email address, training@getgroove.com. So you guys, thank you again. Thank you, Danny and Corinne, for making this all happen. And we look forward to meeting all of you guys in a more intimate way.
But wait, let's take a photo.
Let's
Take
take
a group photo. So we do this every time because it's super fun.
Hopefully everyone's camera's on.
Everyone put your camera on.
We're gonna take photos.
We love doing stupid poses. So on the count of three,
In Miranda.
on the count of three, make a stupid pose. 1, 2, 3. Oh, how come it's not doing
Do
this?
you have a print screen?
I do have a print screen, but it's
Oh, wait.
okay. We're gonna do it from the phone.
And we're gonna do it each shot. So
We're
wait
gonna
a
do
second.
four different photos because we have 4 different slides.
So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Crazy pose. Okay. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Crazy pose. Faces. I love you.
Yeah,
Hang on.
hands and faces, people.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, crazy. Oh my God, you guys are amazing. And last one. 1, 2, 3, give it to us. I love you guys.
Oh,
You're gonna make great facilitators.
Yeah.
That's what's required. If you can't make a crazy face and strike a pose, I don't know what to tell you.
So we thought that we would have time to group you guys, but we don't have time to group you guys. And also we want to figure out the sound situation before. So go on the World Group Movement Facebook page. There's grooves posted on there that facilitators have done. And like Misty said, come to our class next Friday.
Next Friday.
Yeah, next Friday.
On Facebook. It won't be a Zoom. This will be a Facebook one.
A Facebook
And
Live.
then the following Friday is a private Zoom one where we're going to do a groove and social, so we can see each other's faces and we can actually interact and we can have a little party together.
And have conversations.
Yes. So they're two different things. Next Friday is Facebook. So join me on Facebook, share it with your friends, get them interested.
Say
Get
the
them
time
interested.
again for that Friday.
We'll already have people that
Sorry,
will want to
Corinne's
do your
talking.
class.
What are you saying, Corinne?
Say the time again for Friday.
2 p.m. Eastern. Lori Lynn? 2 p.m. Eastern, right? I believe so. I should know the time of my own freaking
Yes,
class.
it's 2 p.m. Eastern.
2 p.m. Eastern, Friday on Facebook on the World Groove Movement. And you guys, great opportunity to share this with your friends, tell them about it and that you're interested in doing this. Have them take the class with me and say, did you like it? Because if so, I'm going to start classes doing this and you'll already start to build the people that are interested in doing what you're doing. So get them involved, get them on I would love to meet them all and get them all grooving. So it'll use it to your advantage.
So that date is March 27th.
March
Friday,
27th.
March 27th.
2 p.m. Eastern. Let's groove together, babies.
Okay. Love you, ladies.
Get it, Christy. I see you.
Keep dancing. Keep
What,
spreading the good
what?
vibes.
Stay positive, everybody. Love you all.